Well, we've been at the camera now for at least an hour, and we've finally gotten to the video that we started that we started all this about, and that was to address a question from our friend Tom on the forum. And Tom left a really interesting post on the forum, basically indicating that he, his wife, and their 6-year-old daughter have plans to move to Japan. Now none of them are Japanese. It's not like us, you know, being married to a Japanese national, which really streamlines the whole thing, right? It's basically a husband and wife, foreign pair with their daughter coming to Japan. Apparently, they give you a little background. Apparently, one of them has a master's degree, one of them has a bachelor's degree. They have a 6-year-old daughter. They're studying Japanese together at a remedial level. And their question was, what is it going to be like? What are they going to face? What do you guys think?
Oh, the
hurdles.
Hurdles.
What?
Hurdles.
Oh, okay.
Lots of hurdles.
Plenty of hurdles.
The biggest one is the language. Or at least,
But I think you can get by without the language.
how?
Well, if they get a company, if they get hired by a company that's used to assisting foreigners with language problems.
Well,
Right.
but they find the place to live first, right? The apartment, or whatever. They need to have what you call
A guarantor.
guarantor. And while Japanese housing system is very unique compared to Western style, which you need a deposit.
Right.
For
Yeah. Expect
3
to pay
months.
3 to 4 months up front.
Right.
Well, someone left a comment in below indicating the following, offering the following scenario. They said it's going to be tough if they both want to work at the same time because they may not get located in the same place. They should probably pick one person, maybe the person with the master's degree. I can't remember who it has. They have the better chance of getting the best paying job. That person to be the breadwinner and to go after the high paying job, like the university level job or something like that.
Right.
And then come over as a family under the sponsorship of that
Right, exactly.
organization, which will take care of everything.
Right.
They'll have a little bit of tough time because even at a university level, it's going to be really tough to find a university level job.
Right.
For sure. But if all you can get is a regular Eikaiwa job, it's going to be hard to support a family of 3 on
$270,000 a month.
Exactly.
Right.
But you could do it.
And a lot of the Eikaiwas won't hire couples.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only because they bring their problems into the school.
But once they landed, once they got here, and let's say they came to Shizuoka, for example. Let's say they got a job in Shizuoka, and they came to Shizuoka with one company, got settled in and everything like that. Let's say the husband got the job first, then the wife could start looking for jobs locally in the local network, right?
That's true.
And then she could get herself a job at another school as well. They've got a 6-year-old kid, that means a first grader, right?
Right.
And it's kids at school. Right? So then their biggest problem, that will $2,700 a month, 200.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad. And now you know that comes to to me what I thought was the most interesting challenge was the daughter, and I can't give away the kid, 6 years old. Now they were wondering what's it going to be like integrating into school. Now I can't give away any details about what happens at our school, but I think I can safely say this. So I have experience with one second grader who came from the States. Couldn't speak any Japanese at all. They threw him right into the classroom. 1 year later, he's fluent.
Yeah, sink or swim.
You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, he's so fluent that he almost doesn't speak English anymore.
Right.
Oh, really?
He's the one that called me out on the test the other day, right?
Which one?
Yeah. We had a test the other day, and there was a little mistake. I didn't make the test. It was made by a Japanese teacher, and the word choice was male. Mary, as in M-E-R-R-Y, Merry Christmas, and then Mary, the woman's name Mary. And the word he wanted me to say was Mary. And when he handed me the paper and I started the test, I looked at it and I said, oh my God, these are the same words. And I said, well, maybe the kids won't catch it. So I just said, Mary. And the one little boy, he sat there for a second looking at it and he looked at me and goes, which one? Oops.
So this kid, yeah, he's great. This kid a year ago, he didn't know konnichiwa from konbanwa.
Right.
And now he's running with him. I spent the whole weekend with him.
Yeah.
And he can do everything.
Unfortunately, in his 1 or 2 years here, his Japanese is better than mine already.
Well,
and I've been here 20 years.
7 years old,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
But the first 3 months, 3 to 6 months, were pretty tough for him.
Yeah, they were.
They were tough. So I think your daughter and your daughter's going to, by the time they get there, they'll be in 2nd grade.
Right.
Probably the same thing will happen for your daughter. You'll throw her in school, point blank, go
Right.
for it. And you know, a year later, she'll be at the Konbini translating for you.
Take care of stuff.
But the first 6 months will be hard.
Yeah, it's
Right.
almost guaranteed that she's gonna catch up any Japanese quicker than anybody.
Yep.
But the good thing is, at that age, that they don't have the bullying problem.
Right.
You know, the kids will take her in, and you know they'll.
Well, I think your school is very well behaved.
Yeah,
and the
bullying
school
isn't much of a
itself-
problem there, yeah. But I think it's also age too. They're better. The kids are better at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little older, get her fourth, fifth, and especially fifth and sixth grade. It gets to be a challenge.
Right.
But especially the mind of the younger child. This is the time to do it. If you wait another 3 years,
Yeah,
it's going to be
too late.
really, really hard. Especially catching up with the writing.
Yeah.
The student we're talking about, he can do the writing.
Yeah.
And he's a little behind on some of the kanji and stuff. So your challenge is not going to be the Japanese. Your challenge for that child is going to be to help them keeping proficient with English if you're planning to go back.
Yeah. But that shouldn't be too bad because the parents will most likely speak English 24/7 in the home.
That's right. That's right.
So she won't lose it.
So do it. Just get yourself. You've got the degrees already. Just find yourself. Get on gaijinpot.com and find yourself a job and
Right.
come to Shizuoka.
Yeah, and if you get a big enough like Eikaiwa, like Eon or Geos or some of those big schools, they actually have like 2 or 3 schools in the same city. So you both could get hired on, just in different branches.
Right.
You know.
Or one thing you could do is one of you could have a practical job, an actual job, and the other could operate a private school at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very lucrative.
Yeah.
Right.
You can definitely do private lessons.
And it's not as hard as it sounds. You
Right.
can buy the office. I mean, there are professional teachers who do a great job, but a lot of people just buy the
So,
off-the-shelf
yeah.
books.
There's a lot of parents want their own children learn English
By the native speaker, yeah.
So there is always parents looking for native speaking teachers to have tutor.
Right.
In fact, you can make a really good living at that. I've got one friend here that's doing that, and I won't disclose who it is, but he's making over 6 figures.
Sure.
And he only works evenings from 3 to 8.
Right.
Afternoons 3 to 8. His wife does all the administrative stuff for the school. That's all they do.
What are we doing?
Yeah. What are we doing exactly? Right. So hey, why don't you go for it? You really don't have anything to lose. This is the safe country. I mean, if you were talking about moving to some dangerous part of the world, that might be another thing. But your kids are only going to have a great experience. You're going to have a great experience. And then when you go back, maybe America will be. I think they're from the States.
Right.
The American economy might be in better shape, and you'll be a more attractive candidate for your overseas experience.
Yeah, and it wouldn't hurt to come over here and learn the language and go back and have that under your belt.
Bingo.
Because it definitely, juice up your resume a little bit.
And finally, the last thing I think, at least for me, is come over and become a J-vlogger.
Right, there you go, right. Part of J-vlogging 2.0.
That's right. Join the community.
Right.
And come to Shizuoka. We'll have fun.
Yeah.
Could use a few more.
Yeah, definitely. Most
Shizuoka
definitely.
is a good place to live.
It's the best place. And what I always tell everybody, if it was good enough for Tokugawa Ieyasu, it's good enough for anybody.
That's right.
Oh. Wow.
That's right.
Right? I mean, probably the greatest historic figure in Japanese history. When he retired, he could live anywhere he wanted. And where did he come to live? Right over there.
Yeah.
He said so he could watch Mount Fuji, eat the eggplants, and enjoy falconing.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, and the good weather.
Yeah.
That's why that good luck symbol of Mount Fuji, hawks, and eggplants
Right.
comes from him.
Wow.
Kurt
I
knows
learned
his stuff.
something from you about Japanese history.
Well, that's what he said. He said when he retired, he said, I'm moving to Shizuoka so I can see Mount Fuji, enjoy the miho eggplants, and enjoy my falconry. And now in Japanese art, sometimes you see those 3 things together, and that comes from his
I never
thing.
knew about the eggplant.
yeah.
And I've seen it a dozen times.
Miho eggplant.
Okay.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here in Shimizu.
Yep. So come on down. So do it, right? If
definitely,
you really
most
want to do it, I mean, what have you got to lose,
Yeah,
right?
and you could do worse than raising your child in a pretty crime-free country.
Raising childs here is no problem. Even
No.
they had obstacle of the languages. But it's the safest country in the world. Everybody's very helpful.
I mean, there's, you know, I don't want to paint this place as perfect because there is crime, but
Yeah, of
but
course.
not on the level of like back in the States.
Right.
You know, my mom told me, she said, honey, I wish you were living right next door to us, but stay over there.
Right.
She said, just stay there. You know, the crime is just so bad in the States now that, you know, there's no reason for me to move back.
Right. So come join us.
There you go.
What the heck?
And good luck with your move. Let us know what happens.
Yep. You keep it posted on the forum, and when you get a YouTube channel, let us know what's going on there too.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, should we sign off then?
Yeah, sign off. The button's in the
How
back.
do you
Buttons
do
in the
that?
back.
Twirly stuff.
Yeah, I'll just push it in the back. Well, you can.
Well, he's twirling his ear. I'll twirl. And
Here,
you push
let's
the
do
button.
this. Woo!
Ooh, get busy.
I'll turn it around. You can look at it this car and then push the button.
Okay.
Bye bye.